Niamh Dundon, thank you for bringing me to your favourite bar, McDonough's in Oranmore, Galway.
Yeah, have you been there?
I can't say I've been there physically, but I'm now feeling that sort of wholesome vibes sitting virtually outside it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's a great pub. I have so many fond memories. I worked there from the age of 15. Things were different when I was young. You'd be behind the bar at 15. So I was pulling pints and then moved to the side and was drinking. So I spent a lot of my youth there. It's a real part of the community. And when I was growing up in Oranmore, it was a much smaller place. So you walked in and you knew everyone. So you'd stop in every seat along the way chatting. Oranmore has grown over the years, like everywhere else, there's houses. So I wouldn't know as many people now. But no, it's great memories. Really good place to hang out and have a few pints. Yeah, good fun.
So, so for international viewers, that's a thatched roof there.
Yeah, an authentic thatched roof. Yeah, they
That's-
do it every few years. They're rethatching it.
and it's an obvious question, but if you put a match to it, would it just go up in fire?
I never tried, Gary. I don't
No,
know.
no, it's just
I
I'm
doubt
the
it. No, I doubt it. It wouldn't. I'm sure it's not flammable.
no, because I'm definitely that guy. You know, the big red button. Don't touch it.
No,
Why?
it must be treated some way that it couldn't be. It'd be too dangerous. But the sad news about McDonough's is it just closed its doors there as 2 weeks ago. The current owner has retired and the
Oh,
new person hasn't taken over. So it's a real loss to the village not having it there. But I was actually home that weekend and the place, he invited everyone from far and wide to come and enjoy the last night in McDonough's with him. So that the village was packed.
but they really are, and obviously I haven't been there, but I've been to others. They're like going into a museum. They're like stepping back in time, aren't they?
It's
Uh,
great.
and usually, again, I'm speculating here. There's a lot of bric-a-brac and stuff, but it's not really bric-a-brac. They just haven't taken it out from when it was there.
Well, it's
Being used.
tiny. If you go into the bar part, which is the front part, I like it, it's absolutely tiny. If you have 20 people in there, it looks like it's packed bar, you know. So it was a real atmosphere in there. And I remember, Christmas Eve going down and everyone's home and just having the crack before you go to midnight mass at 8 o'clock in Oranmore.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
charm of
Yeah.
these
Good
places.
memories.
And I guess it's a reflection of modern society, and hopefully the new owner has no intention of not reopening, because that's a
We don't
trend.
know yet. There's no sight of who's coming. It's actually just closed at the moment. So hopefully it'll be get a new owner and it'll be because it's all extended out the back now as well. They've made a real good job of it. So it's
Yeah.
it's it's a really good pub and I'd recommend everyone to go and stop when they're passing through on their way to Galway. Even though it's
Oh
bypass now, Oranmore is bypass, so you don't go down that old Dublin road like you used to into Oranmore.
my
So you have to make a
goodness.
detour.
You have to make a real effort to go and see the thatch.
It's
What
worth
else?
it. It's
What
worth
else
it.
is it called the thatch? McDonough's
The locals would call it the thatch. You're going down to the thatch for one, which it's McDonough's is the official name for non-residents.
for one. I always love that.
Or
For
more
one.
is the kind of place. So even if you're there 30 years, you're still a blow-in. It's a lot to become a
Oh,
bona fide.
or Oromonian or something, is it?
I've never heard of that. Maybe I like it. We should
It
start a
sounds,
new word. Yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds exotic. So we're got the 20 people. They're in there. Are you allowed burn turf still? No, but
Oh
we have
yeah, open fire. Yeah.
right. So we have the turf, and Niamh stands up and taps the table to get everyone's attention because she's going to give them a big quote. What is it?
God, the quote
Favorite
might
quote.
change if I'm in front of 20 people in a bar, but my favorite quote would definitely be "They go low, we go high." A Michelle Obama famous quote from years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love it for so many reasons. I have two small kids and I use it all. They can even quote it back to me now. I say, what am I going to say? They go low, we go high. Because it's like, just because, X does something, we rise above that. Or, it's good learning. I'd be driving and they might cut me off and the kids go, Mommy. And I'm like, no, just because he's a bad driver, we rise above it. So I use it in loads of personal occasions, but then I also use it in like business occasions because it's easy to go low. It's easy to quickly act. So if you stop and think about it and take yourself out of the situation and what's best for the company, you might come up with a different situation. So I just think it's versatile and a really good one to live by.
You know what I like most about it is the simplicity of it.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes people say, hold on, I have a favorite quote, and they have to go and look it up. You go, does that not defeat the purpose slightly?
No, I use it all the time, honestly.
For everything, I guess. It's for sport,
Yeah.
it's for work, it's for school, it's for kids. And it's ambiguous enough as well that kids would understand it. Or, sorry, it's straight up enough that
Yeah,
they.
my kids are only 4 and 6 and they get it. I mean, like, I haven't drummed into them, to be fair, so they do get it. But it's
Tiger
just
mom, tiger mom. Have you got flashcards? Have you got flash like parenthood?
not quite. Good idea, though. I like it. No,
Yeah,
I
no, I
just
know.
think it's a really good one for a good way to live your life.
I think it is, and I really like the simplicity of it because, as I say, you can remember it, and people will remember it,
Yeah.
and it's for everything. They go. Remind me again. If they
They
go,
go low, we go high. So just because someone kicks you, don't kick them back. Say, look at, don't do that again. Or,
yeah,
there's loads of different ways you can use it.
that is really good. It's really
And I
nice.
loved Michelle Obama anyway, so it's
Yeah. So when somebody that you respect actually has something that you can actually repeat and live by a little bit, it's always helps.
yeah.
So talking about nice and talking about sort of kind, what's the kindest thing anybody's ever done for you?
God, I've been around for a while, so there's been quite a few. Well, let me just pick the most recent one,
No, hold
maybe.
on, hold on. I have to go back there. You can't say you've been around a while when you're on the show with me. Because I'm not sure what that means. That means I've come back around again.
Oh, please.
Come on, for God's sake. So go on, kindest thing.
So recently I broke a bone in my foot. So I had a boot, I had an operation, a plate put in. It was a nightmare and I was out of action. And obviously you realize you can't do anything. So I couldn't pick up the kids from school or whatever. So the amount of people that helped me out was just really touching, from neighbors making me dinners, dropping them in, and my husband obviously stepping up and taking over, my family coming up to help, people picking up the kids from school. Like, it was really showed the community and all the different sections that I'm in and how everyone just kind of, I suppose, came together. It was lovely.
It's sort
Really
of
heartwarming.
it reinvigorated your trust in humanity a bit.
Yeah, and I do like what you give, what you take, you give back. So I mean, like, I'm now more eager to help people because of how much I appreciate at the time. So yeah, no, it was great.
That's lovely. And I have to ask, is there a big story around the shoe? Were you rescuing a 90-year-old off the top of a mountain or something?
I'm actually not going to tell you how it happened, because when I tell people, they're like, you need to make a better story. That's good enough.
Exactly. If you're going to break your arm, be jumping out of a helicopter.
Let's go with that. Yeah, I jumped out of a helicopter and I broke, do you
Okay.
know that David Beckham break on the last bone on the outside of your foot, the small one, whatever, the fifth,
Yeah,
whatever.
that one went, did it?
That
Oh,
one went and out of action for, God, nearly 4 months.
I guess as well, what you realize is that the body is complex and all the stuff you take for granted, like that little
In
bone.
an instant it happened. It was as quick and it just really knocked me, so yeah, it was a tough summer, but I felt heart warmed after it, like
How lovely.
getting dinners brought in from my neighbors. I mean, like, there's a lot to be said, but I should say it's still broken. I get a few more.
I was just going to say, you haven't left the boot on for an extra few months just to, oh, I've had a relapse.
Yeah, and work were great as well, giving me the time. I got flowers sent in. It was just, it was lovely. It came from everywhere and it was just very kind.
But it's just nice to hear that, because I think that we gravitate as humans toward it. If it bleeds, it leads, and we can get a bit doomed. We can take it all on board, and there's an awful lot of good stuff going on everywhere. Otherwise, society wouldn't function at all.
And it's hard to ask for help, because I'd be so independent, but when you need it, you have to just
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
excuse me, any chance, and people are so willing to help.
that's great. That's
Yeah.
great, and it's great for your kids at that age as well to see these people going high and not low. See what I did there?
Exactly. Comes back full circle. And even the kids were great, helping carry stuff for me. And, everyone pulled together.
Ah, jeez, you're full. You need your own podcast. You could be
Positivity everywhere.
kindness with Niamh. So, what keeps you motivated? when you're able to walk and you're
Well,
able to.
seriously, the summer was so hard not being able to get out. I love putting my headphones in, listening to a good book on Audible, and just getting out into we have a domain down here in Lucan, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I really miss that, because I think exercise and getting out into the fresh air is a really key motivator for me to keep my sanity and to, keep everything as it should be. And then at work, I suppose motivation is just making a difference and reaching your objectives. I'm quite competitive, so I want to make sure that I'm impacting in the place I work, and positive impact, of course. So exercise and, focus and eyes on the prize.
You've got it all going on. This podcast you're going to launch is going to be amazing. We're going to all love it.
Will I be famous, Garry?
You will. You will. Niamh, it's been short and sharp, but we've been everywhere. We've been to Galway. We've been to Lucan. We've been to the A&E. We've been simple quote that we can all remember. It's been good, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's been great. Thank you.
I'll see you in McDonald's when it reopens sometime.
Yeah, you'll be the one with the broken leg looking for free pints. I get
Not behind the bar this time. I'll be in the right side of the bar.
Thanks a million.
Thanks, Garry.